stop the video and start a new video because of the 15-minute limitations. So I have to stop again at 1:57 and start a new video. Okay, so I'm gonna continue where I left off. Where I left off is I just started talking about lactose intolerance free milk. Okay, so basically, like, most stores that sell milk also sell lactose intolerance free milk. But it's just because during the school years I've been drinking the regular milk at lunch, and it's just, and also, like, like, I eat ice cream, I eat cheesecake and things like that, and kind of like, in a way, if you're looking at my diet, you can't tell, but at the same time I'm very careful about it though. I look at the nutrition fact and things like that, but if you do look at the food I eat and things like that, like school lunch, I drink regular milk and things like that, and the time, I eat ice cream for dessert, cheesecake for dessert, and things like that, and so, kind of like, in a way, if I don't, kind of like, in a way, I don't know, there could be that argument that people might not know I have lactose intolerance because, like, I really didn't talk about it, and I really don't stay away from the dairy milk product, or just dairy product that have milk and things like that. So I don't really stay away from those food and things like that, and okay, so anyway, so I usually buy, so after the school, after I graduate from the high school year, and so, like, I have to buy my own milk now because I don't get the carton of milk during lunch no more. So I remember it was just kind of go with the soy milk, and in a way that, I mean, if you look at my history back in, before I immigrated to the USA, in the countryside of Song Bae, Vietnam, there are stands, like, just stances in general, like, well, I mean, it's just really, it's kind of uncommon. You see these kind of stand in the USA, but it's kind of like, in a way, it's just like a, well, I mean, it's like a booth, but it's really smaller than a booth, like a vendor, like, kind of like, in a way, like a vendor stand in a way. So it's just kind of like you just put out a table and then, like, maybe like an umbrella, and that's pretty much it. And so, and they would sell soy milk. That's, you could see that in the countryside back where I used to live. I mean, I came upon that, but it's just, just kind of like, in a way, maybe, I don't know. I think maybe just, I think probably, I don't know, like, how often is it? It's hard. Like, I think probably maybe once in a while, maybe, like, well, I mean, I don't know, like, it just, if you watch the Asian cinema, it seems very common that people just, stop by the soy milk stand and buy a soy milk. It just really, but while I live in the countryside, it seemed, well, it's not that common to in my family. Like, I mean, once in a while maybe, but it's not as common as you've seen in the Asia cinema. You know, like those. It seems like a really common thing. You know, like they stop by and you know have a bottle of soy milk and things like that. It's like they stop by the soy milk stand and things like that. So anyway, well anyway that so in a way if start buying soy milk, it seems like really that's just part of. It doesn't really seem like I'm having lactose intolerance also. Like you know maybe I'm just going with how you know how it's like in the countryside and things like that. So pretty much. Well, anyway, but there's other choices also. There is the lactose-free milk, and there is hazelnut milk and almonds milk, and all of the on the nutrition fact, they would have it'll say lactose-free, lactose intolerance-free on the label at the nutrition fact side. Or like just other side, they could also have that word lactose free, lactose intolerance free on it. Doesn't have to be on the nutrition fact side. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue while the background activity is going on. Also, again, it's almost 1:56, so I have to keep watching, make sure I don't get past 1:56. Okay, so anyway, I just took that step and tried the other, see how the other milk tastes like. You know, I tried the hazelnut milk and almond milk. They all taste okay. Like and also you get a choice on all three of those milks. Is soy milk, almond milk, and hazelnut milk. You get a choice of unsweetened or sweetened, and well, I remember try all of them basically, and they all taste okay. So it just so happened that I just go with the soy milk. And there's also another milk. It's called a sweetened condensed milk. Pretty much, usually like I buy them like this, pretty much. Well, I mean, even in the countryside, my parents usually also buy it. Like, I don't know if I really just didn't ask them how, all, or maybe it's part of the. I don't know. Like, I just think maybe they trade it, or like they buy the market, they trade it with neighbor, or it's part of the donations from like foundations that provided food to that countryside and that we live in and things like that. So it could be one of those combinations. Like they got it in a tray, or they got it from the tray with the neighbor, or they bought it at the market center. There's a market center, and also donation from foundations. Okay, so pretty much my parents back in the countryside, the other time they would, you know, like drink some condensed milk, you know, like just pour some condensed milk into a cup and pour some hot water, and you have milk. Kind of like in a way, well, supposedly. it's not. It's kind of like in a way. It's a well, a more luxurious drink, kind of like in a way. Even though like I don't know, like just been drinking this like school milk at lunch so much that just looking back, how could it be a luxury? You know, it's like. Okay, so one more minute. It's one more minute after end this video, so kind of like in a way. Okay, I'm just gonna end the review, even though there's still like one more. Just in case I don't get past it, so I'm just not gonna. So I'm just gonna have to end this video and start a new video. It's getting close. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video in 3, 2, 1.